Hello everybody and welcome back to Mr. Marlowe's math class. Today we're going to be working on lesson 16 from module 4. The title for today's lesson is More True and False Number Sentences. So in the last lesson I introduced you guys to true and false number sentences. Today we're going to get a little bit more practice. Okay. Our target for today, we have two of them. I can identify values for the variables and equations and inequalities that result in true number sentences. So that's very much like what we did yesterday. And I can identify values for the variables and equations and inequalities that result in false number sentences. Okay, again, we have our key for our inequality symbols. We have greater than, which points to the right. We have less than, which points to the left, L for less, L for left. We have greater than or equal to, which points to the right and has this little line underneath it, which is like half an equal to sign. And then we have less than or equal to, which points to the left, and again has that little line underneath. Okay? So, example number 1. Identify all equality and inequality signs that can be placed into the blank to make a true number sentence. So we have 35 blank 7 times 5. Okay, and what we have to do is we have to we have to choose all the inequality symbols that we could put in here, including the equal sign, okay, that will make this a true number sentence. Well, I have 35 on the left, blank, and then I have 7 times 5, and 7 times 5 we know is equal to 35. So what symbols can I put in here to make this a true sentence? Well, can I put in the greater than symbol? Is 35 greater than 35? No. So I'm not going to choose that one. Can I put in the less than symbol? Well, is 35 less than 35? No. What about greater than or equal to? Will that fit? Is 35 greater than or equal to 35? Yes, it is. So I can write that one down. What about less than or equal to? Is 35 less than or equal to 35? Yes, it is. So I can choose that one. Finally, and I didn't include this in my key because I'm assuming you guys all know what an equal sign is. Is 35 equal to 35? It sure is. So, identify all the equality and inequality signs that can be placed into the blank. Well, I could choose greater than or equal to, I could choose less than or equal to, and I can choose the equal to sign. Let's do another example. Identify all equality and inequality signs that can be placed into the blank to make a true number sentence. So, on the left, I have 17 halves. 17 over 2, okay, and on the right I have 11, okay, so 17 over 2, okay, if I want to simplify this expression, well, that's 17 divided by 2, and 17 divided by 2 is 8.5, or 8.5, okay, so let's see. Let's go through our list again and see what inequality or equality signs will fit into this blank to make this a true number sentence. So, is 8.5 greater than 11? No, it is not. Okay, so we can't choose greater than. Is 8.5 less than 11? You tell me. Of course it is. 8.5 is less than 11, so we can write down the less than symbol. that'll fit in here to make this a true number sentence. Is 8.5 greater than or equal to 11? Well, 8.5 is certainly not greater than 11, and it's certainly not equal to 11, so I cannot use that symbol to make this a true number sentence. Is 8.5 less than or equal to 11? Sure is. It is less than 11, so it is less than or equal to 11. Finally, is 8.5 equal to 11? No, it is not. So the two inequality symbols I can use, I can plug into this blank to make this a true number sentence, are the less than symbol and the less than or equal to symbol. All right, lastly, state when the following equations and inequalities will be true. Choose all that apply. So what I have here is I have an inequality statement, and it says 64 is greater than or equal to 8e, or 8 times e. And at the bottom, I have a number of choices, right? So I have A, e equals 7, B, e equals 9, C, e equals 8, and D, e equals 10. So what I need to do is I need to plug in these values for the variable e and see which ones will create a true number sentence. So let's look at A. A says e equals 7. So if I plug in, well, first of all, I'm going to copy down my number sentence, and I'm going to plug in 7 where I see an e. So that's going to be 8 times 7. Okay. And 8 times 7 is 56. So is 64 greater than or equal to 56? Yes, it is. So I can circle A. Let's try B. Okay. Again, I'm going to copy down my 64. Is 64 greater than or equal to 8 times 9? Well, 8 times 9 is 72. Is 64 greater than or equal to 72? No. So I cannot choose B. Let's try C. C says E is equal to 8. Again, I just want to copy down 64. Is that greater than or equal to 8 times 8? Well, 8 times 8 is 64. So is 64 greater than or equal to 64? Yes, it is. So I can circle C. C is a valid choice that'll make this a true number sentence. Last but not least, we have D. Okay, pretty sure you can already guess where this one's going. 64, is that greater than or equal to 8 times 10? Well, 8 times 10 is 80. So is 64 greater than or equal to 80? No, it is not. So I can cross out B and D, circle C and A, and those are my two answers. Okay, so to recap, today we worked on more true and false number sentences. Our targets were I could identify values for the variables and equations and inequalities that result in true number sentences, and I can identify values for the variables and equations and inequalities that result in false number sentences. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Zoom, email me, or use the Remind app, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. Thanks, and have a great day.